about work directory expose we discussed, right? Even the label and the maintainer also, very simple one. I'll show that also. Let's discuss about the copy and add today. Okay, copy and add we're going to discuss today. What copy and add will do? Basically, we already use the copy, right? Okay, and when we use the add, when we use the copy and all. So first of all, let's understand the scenario for this. For example, if you have any content, any files, anything you are, any tar file is there in your system, it means your mission to move to the copy to the Docker file. Okay, like or else Docker image or else Docker container, whatever you can say. Basically, container no, Docker image, let's say. Okay, to copy the inside the Docker file from your host mission to Docker file. Host mission to copy the file. Host mission to Docker file. How do you copy that? Using the two options we have. One is the copy, another one is the add. Copy and add. Copy and add. Now, but what is the main difference basically? Now, what copy does do? Copy will be used to copy the files from, copy the files from, okay, your host machine to Dockerfile. In case I have a file, I have a like as like any like as an external references. Okay, for example, if I have a URL, okay, it we can't use copy command. Okay, copy the files from copy the files from external URLs from internet. Okay, from internet or some other remote URL, whatever. You can say remote URLs. External URLs are remote URL from external URLs. Take this remote URLs. Okay, we can't use the copy command for this. But if you can't, we can use the add command. Now these two, we can use the add command can be used for this. Yeah. Okay, and another option is that when you have a tar file, when you have a tar file in your host machine, okay, and want to copy in Dockerfile, copy into Dockerfile. Okay, what it will do? It will just copy the tar file. Normal, I guess, how the file will do. But in case when we have a tar file and want to copy the in Dockerfile, in Dockerfile, it will be not just copy the file. It will copy the file, enter the file, and it will remove the okay tar file also. See, once you are untar, then you don't want to keep it that okay like a star file in your system, right? If you keep that, what happen? The Docker image size will be increased. Yes or no? Now, if you use the add command Dockerfile instruction, Dockerfile instruction. Now, instead of three commands, it will do one command. If you use this here, tarfile, copy one command, untarring one command, and removing one command. You need to use the three commands for using if you are want to copy the tar file. It's the same thing if you use the add command to copy the tar files. Now only one command who does the three jobs. It will copy, untar, and then remove the tar file. Understand, right? Let's do hands on all these things. Okay, like is how do you copy the like as use the copy for host mission to Docker file and host mission to remote URL. how it will work for the while doing a copy the tar files. All this will do the scenarios. Okay, it's clear, guys? Understand the scenarios, three scenarios, like as when we use the copy and when we use the add. This is the main difference we are going to use that. When you have a remote URL, add will be used. When you want to copy the tar file, then use with the, like, you can use with the tar, add command. Okay, when you have a tar file, or else remaining like folders, files you want to copy, any one thing you can use. But sir, is it, which one is a good option for to always to use means copy? Okay, why sir? It is a three commands will do. When you have a tar file, then good to go for add command. But even when you have a remote URLs to download, let's say, okay, remote URLs to download file. But this is not a recommend approach. Okay, now people are saying that, okay, in official document now, use a copy command with curl command. Okay, like as run command with curl command after downloading to download your thing, and we can use and symbol for extracting whatever you want to do. Multiple commands in a single line. Okay, that's they're recommending us. Okay, use the copy command always most of these scenarios. But when you have a tar file in your local system, and you can use this one. And remember one more thing: if you have a tar files from remote mission, remote URLs, it will just download a tar file only. It won't untar and won't remove the tar file. It will be tar file will be there in your local machine only. That time only it will work for this command. Okay, when you have a tar file in your local machine, that time only it will work. In case if you have a tar file in a remote URL, it just download a tar file. It won't do untar. It won't do remove the tar file. Okay, that keep in your mind. This is only for only, okay, in local. That's remember. Now let's see the hands-on. Now how we can do this. That's clear now.
Madhu, there is no hard and fast rule that while we are launching the instance, that time we have to use the add command or something.
Come again.
No, means while we are launching the our pod, that time we are using the add command, right? Or we can use after that.
While no, not launching actually. Okay, while writing a docker file. No, this instruction for docker file is the instruction for your docker file. Okay, now
Okay.
after from some, you want to do something like this, you have a one file, like that's what I'm going to show you. That just wait a minute. Okay, now, okay, see this. See, copy and add are both Docker file instructions that are similar purpose that let you copy the file from a specific location to Docker image or Docker file, let's say. Purpose, copy the file from source to destination. Copy and add as the both two forms. One is the this way, and another one is the, like as like as user group, like a shell form and the exe form it is. Okay, this is, ignore this. Basically, people are never be used for prices for while copying the files. No, just mostly you are using the source and destination. This is the form we are going to use that shell form. And while I'll discuss that what is the shell form and the exe form difference in the tomorrow, like next session tomorrow mostly. What is the when we go for the entry point and CMD, I'm going to talk about the shell form and the exe form. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? Let me creating a one folder. Connect the server first. Okay, once it is done, now I'm gonna create one folder here. See guys, it's very important. Okay, and I'm going inside the folder. I don't have any files as of now. Okay, I'm gonna create two files here. Your wish, like as you can use a forward this data to sample.txt, or else you can create a like as normal vi file and then I have two files here. Okay, two files sample.txt and ext, and what is the content is simple data. This is sample file. This is the example file. These are two files are there. This is the length of content we have. So I'm going to write a one Docker file here. Now, okay, let's do one thing. Okay, let's use the Docker file here. Now, I'm using a from is a busy box here. A busy box means it's kind of a one of the image, let's say alpha and nx. It is also very lightweight image. We can use the busy box also. It's same like your wish, Ubuntu or busy box or all fine. That depends. Your wish. Okay, this is a busy box is the one of the Docker image for the Linux OS. Now, and the next what we are doing, I'm copying the file from sample.txt and the temp folder and example.txt will the temp folder. I'm using a copy and add both here. Understanding? I'm trying to explain you guys difference between both. Okay, what in this example, what it will do both does do the same job. That's what I'm trying to explain. It will do the both are the same job. It will also copy the one file sample file in the temp folder, example file in the temp folder. Copy one command, add one command. Now let's see this. Let's build the Docker image. Run as a container. Okay. Now I run as a container. Now let's see that go to temp folder. Even we can do this like as work directly temp folder, it will go directly temp folder. You don't want to go to CD again. Okay, that will be good option, right? Yeah. Now see, we have a two files are there here. There is nothing different, both. As of now, two files will if you have a like a normal file in your local machine to copy your Docker file. Okay, now we can use for the add and copy anything. Okay, is it clear guys? Is it clear now? Is it clear? Right.
Yeah, Madhu.
Now let me come out from here. Control PQ. Okay, now let's test it. Now this is only main difference. Okay, let's see the difference between copy. Copy the instruction. Okay, copy the files from directories into the Docker image. It takes src is a destination as argument. Okay, source can be absolute or relative, path from the current working directory or wildcards. Destination path can be absolute or relative current working directory. Okay, and the add will be add is instruction copy the files directories remote machine or tar archive into the Docker image. It takes src and destination arguments. Source can be files and directories. Source can be a URL, but this is not a URL. Okay, and add instruction will be download file from the URL and save it to the destination. We don't need to use the curl or duplicate to download a file. Okay. Source can be local and tar file, archive files. The add instruction will be automatically extracted into the destination, and we don't need to run the unarchive commands manually. And use add command when you want to download file from the URLs or external archive, archive files. For example, something like this. Okay, we'll do that. Let's create a one sample tar file. It contain what are the files are there here. Both three files are there. In this folder, this entire folder I'm making into one tar file name, example.tar file name. In this tar file name, in the current path I'm giving means how many files will go inside? These three file will go. Even Docker file also will go. Okay, that's fine. So if you see, we have a tar file. Inside this tar file, if you extract this, how to extract this? How to extract this? Tell me. Tar hyphen xv,
XVO.
xvjdf or whatever. Okay, example. Now I unarchive this. Now if you see this, again there is a three files are there. Okay, just it's override an existing file. If you can see here, you know, there is nothing. Okay, now let's keep it this. What I'm gonna do? Let's create a one file. See, I just copying the tar file using add command. Using a add command. Okay, let's do the copy command first. Using copy command, I'm copying the tar file to temp folder, and you can put this work directory as a slash temp. In that case, you don't need to use the here again. Okay, so this scenario. Okay, now it will be good for you. Now when you log in inside the container, it will go directly temp folder. You don't need to again cd command extra. Like, let's build the image v1 version, and I'm running a container for v1 image. It's just run command. Okay, nothing will do. See, I went for directly temp folder. In my documentation, it's not a temp folder. Again, I did the cd command. Okay, now let's see here. There is a tar file. What it does, copy command just does the tar file is copied inside the temp folder. Is it clear, guys? When you use the tar file, it just copy the tar file. Copy command, it just do the copy the file. Is it clear? Clear, right? Now let's do that. Control PQ, and once again, let's do that again. Okay, let me go to the top. Instead of copy, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use that one line I comment here. I'm gonna use the add command here. Is it clear now? I'm trying to add. Now let's build the image with the v2. Okay, and let's run the container with the v2. Container name is getting conflict. Okay, I'm a temp folder right now. Now this time which one I used? I used the add command. See here what I copied a tar file. But what it does, it will be extract the tar file, it will be remove the, like it will copy the tar file, it will extract the tar file, it will remove the tar file also, and it keeping the only extracted files only. Is it understand now, guys? Understand the beautiness of the add command? Now if you do the same job in a copy command, what you need to do, let me do that also. Do same thing in a copy command, just comment this add one, uncomment the copy one. What are the things you should be take care of? Okay, now we can do the run command. Okay, tar hyphen xvjdf. Okay, let's say example dot gz. Okay, this is the one you need to be untar. And next, what you do, you can use the one more run command, rn minus rf of this. Okay, understand, guys? Clear now? Now this time we need to run the three commands for to doing the same job. Okay, let's try that. Now save this. Now instead of one command, we are trying to do implement the three commands here. Let's see v3. Let's run a container with the v3. See, this time it does the job. Same thing what add does do, and now copy to run commands will do the same job. Are you guys clear now? Is it clear, right? Now that's what it's a very important. Okay, and add and copy difference. Now one more thing. Now control PQ, press the control PQ. Now this is what we done. Like copy the command and add command, and now this is the one extracting and this tarring, untarring, all these things we have to take care of. Okay, from URL. Let's try with the from URL. This Apache Tomcat I'm trying to download, but this won't work actually. Let me take from the one from download Tomcat. This star file. Copy the link address. I'm downloading. See here from where it will be copied. If you can see, insert mode, you can put a down slot. Okay, this is a destination path. Add. Now if you use the copy, first of all, let me use the copy. Okay. No, you guys will be understand the first, negative. Then we'll see. Let's use the copy. Okay. I'm gonna build this image with V4. See what is saying that copy failed. Source cannot be a URL for copy. Are you got it? Are you got it, guys? No, source cannot be URL for copy. What we can use for URL? For URL, what we
Add.
can use? Hmm. If you want to download from anything from URL, okay, sir, why we do use to add command or copy command to download URLs? We have a Linux command, either cal command, either wget command. I can use a wget command for downloading, or runtarring I can use tar command. Like that way we can do it. Yes, that option is there. But still, this command we have this functionality. Okay, let's try to use this. Open this file. Now, instead of copy, let's use the add. Just if you use the add, you don't need to use the wget command or cal command or anything. Let's do the see. It's downloaded. See, understand, guys? Understand now? And we can keep running also. See, the tar file is downloaded. It's not extracted. When you download a tar file from remote URLs, it just download a tar file. It won't extract and remove the tar file. Even add command also. Copy command it doesn't allow it all, but add command it does allow that to download a tar file from URL, and next it will be extracted and it will be remove the tar file. Is clear, guys?
Yeah, Madhu. So Madhu, there is one question. So can we copy any of the existing files to the running container?
Running container you can. Running container you can. Okay, I'll show that command. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
show
from
that.
outside actually. Yeah.
Yes, we can do for after running container also. Okay, I'll show that command. Okay, now that we can use this docker cp command. Okay, now if you can see, um, docker -fn help, there is a docker cp command. Sorry, it's fine. Docker cp command. Copy the files and folders between the container and the local file system. Okay, we have a docker cp command. Docker cp. Okay, docker save. Okay, docker load. Also, we'll discuss today. There is another one. Load. Okay, this one. Okay, these three commands also very important. Docker top command will give us how much CPU it is using for each container. That is simple command, which is like the same like what is the top command, Docker top, and then we can use the container, right? Okay. You want to know like as we show for the like how much CPU it is taking. Okay, and CPU core, all the things. Fine. That's fine. That's not that much important for us as of now. Let's leave it. Even we never we use those commands. Okay, now understand, right? Apart from that, there is a one latest advantage also there, difference between these two. Okay, after this tar file and tar file, there is a one more important thing is that finally one more important. Now one more noteworthy for difference between add and copy, that copy has the hyphen from some name flag that can be let's use the copy the files from the previous build stage to previous build in the multi-stage builds. Okay, there is a one more in docker there is a multi-stage docker files. What is the special of this multi-stage docker files is that basically in one docker file we have only one from command, right? Only one from command is there. Now in multi-stage docker file we have multiple from commands. Okay, multiple from commands. What does do from some ubuntu as build, for example, now we can give one name. Now we can use for like something here. Okay, we can copy fn from equal to from build. If you refer this entire output of previous from command into new command. Now what is the use of to you means, for example, you compile the code. Okay, you compile the code, and after the compile the code, now what happened, like as you can copy the only compiled data, not for all the files, untarring things, blah 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 blah. Entire output you don't want. Just you want to do only compile the data. Remaining things you don't want. Now in that scenario, what happened now? If you create one more Docker, inside the same Docker file, let's write a two from and copy the. This will build the some data. That build one you can copy inside here. Like for example, this build means not a like Maven build at all. Like any name you wish. Okay, the what are the name you given for the build? Now we can use this. Something like that. Okay, now what it will finally output will give, it will be reduce your image size. If someone will ask that how to reduce that size of images, there is a multiple options, I'll discuss at the end. Basically, now this is one of the feature. We can use the multi-stage docker builds for if it is possible. Okay, if it not for all the scenarios it will possible, just if it's like static array and all, you can't use the multi-stage docker builds. For example, scala applications, some java applications, some node.js applications, some any compiler packages are there. In such scenario it will be help us multi-stage docker builds, we can use that. Okay, multi-stage docker builds, we can use that to reduce your docker image size, to reduce your docker image size. Is it clear, guys? Understand, no? Is it clear, no, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one option we have. Okay, that is also we can use the copy for. Let me show that. Okay, Dockerfile instruction you will. Uh, I'll show official one, multi-stage builds. Now see, for multi-stage builds, one problem we may face, you build as a push images. Okay, is the size of the image is can be sometimes grow quite large. Additionally, before multi-stage builds, we are thinking keeping the size of the image down. Would you require to you manually clean up the resources from the image? So it's keep it to small. Manually remove the resource means, for example, you copy the tar file, you enter the tar file, and then you run the service. Now your tar file will be still existed in the Docker image. Now what you have to do, you have to do remove the manually from using rm command to remove the tar file, right? Using run command with the rm option, Linux option. Now that is what we are doing manually. Instead of that, we just copy that only previous files. Okay, now just for example, let's say, now this is what you have to do basically normally. Now if you use the same thing, multi-stage Docker builds like this. It's a Go language image they are using. Now this is the they have to use. Now what they do, this is from, if you not refer any name here, for example from as build or something like that. Now we can use 0 as a reference. 0 means the previous output. Okay, 0 means previous output. And now from the whatever the output they had container data, now that will be copied from the to here, the output whatever it there. Now we can just this data, this is a working directory, this file also they are copying into here. Now they will be use the app command this past. Now what happened, these they don't want to this one get command you need to run, and then something like as this one build, go build. Okay, all those things, right? You don't want to do all those things. If they build it, they know maven package whatever, if you do, for example, the maven package command you don't want to here, you just go for this. Now we can go for this. No means the build thing, the all the things won't be come to this image. No, this is image name will come. Now this image name will be, this image size will be reduced lot. Okay, 0 means here, this 0 means what, this is the output of the previous from. Okay, or else people will give the name, like for example as builder. Okay, let's say for example, now we can use the from builder like this. For example, let's say the same example, if not mention anything, we can refer it 0 here. If something we mention here reference name, that reference name we can use here. That's it. Understand, guys? We can use the multiple Docker files like this. Instead of multiple Docker files, we can create a only one Docker file. That's what they are trying to explain in here actually. Now we can refer this. This is rarely we use basically. Yes. If you someone will ask about the, that's really I never be touched many places, Harish. Like as even my present scenario, my present organization, we don't have multi-stage. Okay, because we already have a artifact, Maven artifact, that simple artifact where we are not compiling any code and all inside the. Basically, we never be copy the code like this. Understand now what I mean? We never do package commands inside the your Docker, because see, if you copy, if you run this code, this container in there, for example, client mission, you want to run this container as a client mission. If they go inside the container, they can see entire the code, right? Understand now what I mean? That I don't want, like as we can just use the artifact. That artifact we are gonna copy that in my scenario, in my present scenario. We are not copy the code. Here they are copying the entire code here. Like this is only one file, let's say. But if you have a like as a Maven project and all, entire Maven project you want to copy, right? Such a scenario we do Maven build our locally and copy the WAR file or jar file inside the Docker image. That's what we did in the last session, if you remember correctly, right? In such scenario we don't want, right? We don't want to this from copy from file. Okay, all those things we don't require. Just read for go language or scala, something like if they want to build the code, compile the code, such scenario, if you are compiling the code like as such scenario, we can use the multi-stage, then it will be reduce your Docker image size. Okay.